Now, Ground Zero.
I'm Clyde Lewis, and welcome to the demon-haunted world. It's a strange world where we have reports of winged demons riding out storms, angels in the whirlwind, angels of death, Mothman. Andy Colvin's my guest tonight at Ground Zero talking about this very topic, and it gives me a chill because there's nothing that frightens me more than a dark winged creature, which, you know, was on the airplane wing, or maybe something like what we heard in Point Pleasant with Mothman and Indrid Cold and all these strange creatures. By the way, you can call in tonight at 1-888-673-3700. That's 1-888-673-3700. Let's go to Todd. I want to hear about this. He's calling from Weed, California. You experienced Mothman, Todd? Todd, hello?
Yes. Hey, how you doing?
Good. You say you experienced Mothman.
Well, not Mothman. I think more or less like Thunderbird.
Okay, tell me about it.
I'm a truck driver. I was driving a refrigeration truck at the time. I was on a very rural road in Nebraska heading to Kansas on 283. And it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was really early. And there was no cars on this road. I saw maybe 10 cars the whole 300 miles I was on this road. And a lot of animal life. And as I was crossing over into Kansas, and from Nebraska to Kansas, there was this, it seemed like a population of a lot of animals, like deer. I mean, everything. Deer, raccoons, possums, everything. I was dodging it all.
Was this last summer? Hello?
4 months.
Oh.
So it's 4 months ago?
Well, about 3 months ago, I would say.
Okay, and so what did you see? You saw all the animals, but you said you saw a huge bird. Describe what you saw.
What I saw was, like I said, I was paying attention to the road, and something caught my eye off to the left of the truck, and I had my window down, and as I looked over, it was a big bat wing. It was huge. It filled up the whole side of my window of my truck, and I saw the bone, the skin, and the color of it, and it was gray with purplish, reddish veins in it. It startled me. I almost drove the truck right into the ditch.
Well, that's interesting because that was when the face eating stuff started up, I believe.
In Florida? Or
the Egypt necrophilia law. I'm trying. There was some things around that time. If that's around the end of April, let's see. We would need to nail down the date. I would like to know, more of a specific date. But that was definitely a high paranormal time. And you have to always remember, though, that the media loves, and the CIA loves to use paranormal stories to distract from embarrassing or problematic stories. And so people can be sort of tricked into believing, that there's a correlation.
So would you say, Todd, that it looked like a bat wing? You said it was a bat wing and it covered most of your window, and you saw the bone, the sinews, and the veins.
The veins, the skin, the membrane. I got a good glimpse of it. Unfortunately, what initially caught my eye was the downstroke of it flying next to, because normally when I'm coming across stuff, I'm coming across it. It's not flying up next to the truck, And when I saw the downstroke, it caught my eye. I looked up, and it was the upstroke. So I saw the underside of it. I never did get to see the body of it because obviously it startled me, and I jerked the wheel, and I had to save the truck. So, but I did get a good glimpse on what it was, a bat wing. And so I went and looked up online, the biggest bats in the area, or, which are not even close to what this size was. From the leading edge of this bat wing to the tailing edge was a good 3 feet.
Wow.
And that was the, from closest to the body, which I didn't really get to see because it was all wing in my face.
Was there anything unusual going on in your life at that time? Any kind of stresses or?
No, I was wide awake.
Other than driving through Nebraska?
Exactly. I mean, other than dodging animals at night, and I thought about it later, and it was like I couldn't believe there was such a concentration of animals, all animals, right there. It was almost like they were being herded.
That's amazing because of the fact that it was almost as if something opened up. All these animals were there, and then you had this creature with the big wings. You say it was similar to a Thunderbird, more like a pterodactyl-looking type thing, in your opinion?
Well, the wing did, for sure.
Okay.
Like I said, I never did see the head. I never did see the body. That's all I saw was the wing.
Okay.
On the upstroke. And it literally gave me shivers down my spine.
Well,
and
the story's scaring me, Todd.
Was this near Omaha?
No, 283 is on like the western side of Nebraska and Kansas.
All right.
That's the interstate goes through.
Well, Todd, I really thank you for calling in and giving your story. I can't get that image out of my mind of a huge bat wing rubbing up against the side of a truck.
Well, I was so happy that you guys were talking about this. It's like, oh, my God, they're talking about it. And we found out it was a live show, and I was like, I got to call in. I got to call in.
Well, Todd, thank you so much for your story. That's just great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye. That's an amazing story from Todd calling in tonight from Weed, California, a truck driver who said that near Nebraska and Kansas, he encountered a group of animals, a lot of animals that were in this area. But what really frightened him was the idea of something that was bird-like, bat-like, perhaps even something that looked like a pterodactyl with a large wingspan rubbing up against the side of his truck. And this gave him chills because he said he could see veins, he could see membrane, he could see bone, he even see claws or whatever are on the end of these wings. And it just seems out of the ordinary, something completely bizarre here on this program tonight on Ground Zero. And tonight, my guest is Andy Colvin. He's written books about Mothman. We're talking about some of the strangeness that's been going on, reports of Mothmen, birds, gargoyles in Puerto Rico, especially gargoyles that appear in the clouds of what eventually became Hurricane Isaac. And so, this world is a strange world, and a lot of people wanting to call in tonight to give their accounts of these strange beings. 1-888-673-3700. 1-888-673-3700. Do you have some strange story you'd like to tell us about, like Todd did? That gave me chills just listening to that one. If you have one that can top it, by all means call us. Or if you have any information you can give to us about what we're talking about, if you've seen something like the angel of death or a demon or shadow being, please call. We'll be back. Keep it here on Ground Zero.